Good morning, children. Sairam. Today we are ready with the other chapter, that is Ranga's marriage, chapter number 3. So, the chapter Ranga's marriage is written by Masti Venkatesha Iyengar. Masti Venkatesha Iyengar was a well known writer in Kannada language. He was born on 6th June 1861 at Hangnalli in Kolar district of Karnataka, in a Tamil language speaking Sri Vaishnavet family. He spent his early childhood in Masti village. He obtained a master's degree in English literature in 1914 from Madras University. After joining the Indian Civil Service, he held various positions of responsibility in different parts of Karnataka, rising to the rank of district commissioner. After 26 years of service, he resigned in 1943 as a protest when he did not get the post equivalent to a minister which he deserved, and a junior was promoted ahead of him. He wrote some pieces in English and then switched over to write in Kannada language. He used to pen he used pen name Srinivasa to write short stories and novels in Kannada. So here are the characters of the story. Shama, the narrator, lives in Hoshali village. Ranga, son of the village accountant. Ratna, a girl of 11, Rama Rao's niece, and Shastriji, a village astrologer. The story depicts the life in Indian villages in the past when child marriage was a common practice. Ranga's marriage is an interesting story of how a person manipulates to get a young boy married to an 11-year-old girl in a village. The story dates back to the early days of British rule when English was not used in a big way. Rangappa, the son of a village accountant, returns from Bangalore after his studies. His homecoming after 6 months makes a big event. The curious villagers gathered outside Ranga's house to see how much the boy is changed, but they see no change in the boy. The narrator discusses the issue of marriage with Ranga. He talks to him to hear his ideas about marriage. He resolves to get the boy married to a very young and immature 11-year-old girl, Ratna. So basically, this chapter is about a boy whose name was Ranga, and Ranga had gone out of the village for his studies, and that is why when he returned back to his village, everybody was very much curious to know whether the boy has changed or not. When somebody goes to the city, their dressing sense, their way of talking, it usually get changed. So that's why the people, the villagers, those who were very much curious to know, they just gathered outside the house of Ranga to see. But when they actually saw the boy, they found no change. And people wanted him to get married to a very immature girl of 11 years old. It was very common thing in previous time. Boys and girls of very young age used to get married. So let's see now. Ranga's marriage summary is an interesting take on the story of marriage by Masti Venkateshan Iyengar. In this story, the narrator tells us about a very interesting incident from his life. It is about the village of Hoshali. In that village, there was a boy whose name was Ranga. The special thing about the boy is that he is the first one to go to Bangalore to learn English. Thus, upon returning, the narrator, as well as the villagers, wishes to see him. They feel that the Ranga would now be changed, but he doesn't go through any changes. The narrator decides to marry off Ranga to a suitable girl. So we learn about how the marriage arrangement happens and what all takes place in that duration. It is an interesting story about marriage and villagers' life. Ranga is a boy living in the village of Hoshali in Mysore. He goes to Bangalore to receive English medium education. Upon returning to the village, all the villagers flood to his place to notice any change in the boy. However, to their disappointment, Ranga is the same as he was before. He even greeted everyone with a namaskar, and thus everyone left. The village of Hoshali is a nice village with very good mangoes. Hoshali is a small village which is not even that famous. After the villagers leave Ranga's house, the narrator stays back at his place to talk with him. Thus, they started talking, and the narrator thought it would be a good idea to find a suitable girl for Ranga is not thinking of marriage just yet and wishes to marry to only a mature and admirable girl. As he was educated, so he could understand the importance of age. That's why he did not want to marry the immature girl. Ranga wanted to marry a mature girl who can understand properly. But a girl of 11-year-old is just a small child. So that's why he was not that much interested in the starting. Thus, the narrator decides that he will surely get Ranga married. He feels that Ratna would be a perfect match for Ranga. So Ratna is that 11-year-old girl. Ratna belongs to a big town and is an expert in playing musical instruments like veena and harmonium. Thus, he decides to call Ratna deliberately when Ranga was visiting. So, what the narrator did, he planned a thing, he planned a kind of meeting where he could call Ranga at the same time when the girl was there. So he was arranging a kind of meeting for both of them so that they can get to know each other. Upon seeing Ratna, she mesmerizes Ranga. However, the narrator plays a game and lies to Ranga that she is married. This disappoints Ranga as he starts liking her. As per the narrator's plan, he takes Ranga to an astrologer. So when the girl came there and she started singing because she was an expert in that. So initially Ranga was in love with the voice of the girl and he started liking her. But here the narrator played a game and he told Ranga that this girl is already married. So here Ranga was a bit disappointed because he started liking the girl at that point of time. Ranga has already made arrangements with astrologer and everything was pre-planned. So the astrologer asks questions to Ranga, which helps him admit the fact that he likes Ratna. The problem of her marriage was at the head. Nonetheless, the astrologer tells Ranga that he is in love with a girl whose name resembles Ratna. Upon hearing this, Ranga gets very happy but sad again because she is not available. Thus, upon confirmation that Ranga loves Ratna, he decides to set up their marriage. The narrator goes to Ratna's house to ask her hand in marriage for Ranga. Finally, the story fast forwards to 10 years later. Ranga is visiting the narrator to his son's third birthday. We learn that Ranga and Ratna got married and Ranga named their son after the narrator who made the marriage happen. So, the conclusion of Ranga's marriage is, to sum up Ranga's marriage summary, we learn about the beauty of a quaint village and its customs and traditions. Plus, it highlights the struggle to preserve our culture against westernization. So, now let's see the reading. When you see this title, some of you ask Ranga's marriage. Why not Ranganathan Vivaha or Ranganatha Vijaya? Well, yes, I know. I could have used some other mouth-filling one like Jagannatha Vijaya or Girija Kalyana. But then, this is not about Jagannatha's victory or Girja's wedding. It's about our own Ranga's marriage and hence no fancy title. Hoshali is our village. You must have heard of it. No, what a pity. But it is not your fault. There is no mention of it in any geography book. Those sahibs in England writing in English probably do not know that such a place exists. and so make no mention of it. Our own people to forget about it. You know how it is? They are like a flock of sheep. One sheep walks into a pit, the rest blindly follow it. When both the Sahibs in England and our own geographers have not referred to it, you cannot expect the poor cartographer to remember to put it on the map, can you? And so there is not even the shadow of our village on any map. Sorry, I started somewhere and then went off in another direction. If the state of Mysore is to Bharatvarsha what the sweet Kari Gadabu is to a festival meal, then Hoshali is to Mysore. State what the filling is to the Kari Gadabu. What I have said is absolutely true. Believe me, I will not object to your questioning it, but I will stick to my opinion. I'm not the only one who speaks glowingly of Hushali. We have a doctor in our place. His name is Gunda Bhatta. He agrees with me. He has been to quite a few places. No, not England. If anyone asks him whether he has been there, he says, No, Anaya. I have left that to you. Running around like a flea pestered dog is not for me. I have seen a few places in my time, though, as a matter of fact, he has seen many. We have some mango trees in our village. Come visit us, and I will give you a raw mango from one of them. Do not eat it, just take a bite. The sourness is sure to go straight to your Brahmaradra. I once took one such fruit home and a chutney was made out of it. All of us ate it. The cough we suffered from after that, it was when I went for the cough medicine that the doctor told me about the special quality of the fruit. So, this is the chapter. Please go through the complete chapter properly, do the reading. And one activity I would like to give you, that in your family you can ask everyone, you can make a list that how many of them got married at a very young age. Okay, your parents, your cousins, maybe your grandparents, your neighbors, please make a list of that. It will be a good activity, and just find out how many people they just got married at a very young age and what was their experience. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you. Sairam.